basically a lesson on how no matter how bad something might be, someone can always find a way to make it worse. Most of us know about the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, the adaptation of the classic video game, and how other reviewers have poked at it for its completely nonsensical, ridiculous storylines. And yet somehow, Deke found a way to add even more stupid to the show during the reruns in its first run year. Let me explain. The lone season of the Super Show contained exactly 13 weeks worth of weekday episodes, with Super Mario cartoons on Monday through Thursday and The Legend of Zelda on Fridays. Most cartoons of the time used this 13-week format because it allowed them to run a season exactly 4 times in a calendar year. Anyway, as the summer reruns were approaching, Deke must have decided that the reason the show wasn't drawing enough viewers for them was because the show wasn't hip enough. So their solution was to scrap the original live-action segments of the show, you know, the ones that featured Captain Lou Albano and Danny Wells as Mario and Luigi, and replace them with something different. And so, when we tuned in those weekday summer afternoons, no longer having to worry about rushing home from school to catch the show, we were treated to this.
It's the Super Mario Bros. Super Show! Mario.
Grab your board, hold on to your hat. Satellite surfing is where it's at the club. Club Mario.
This is really gonna hurt people. Welcome to Club Mario, some sort of variety show featuring these two that they sandwich the cartoons in between because I have no freaking clue why they did this.
Club Mario's on the air. I'm Tommy Treehugger, Peace, Love, Recycle. I'm co-MC Stale Real, and it's in the mix. Dude, it's Dinosaur Day!
God, it's like every recess nightmare from my middle school days coming back to haunt me. From what I can gather, Tommy and co-MC are huge Mario fans that set up a clubhouse on the roof of their actual homes where they can watch their cartoons and annoy us at the same time. They always open the show with this gag about needing to adjust their satellite so that the show would be on the air. It's actually like they really are stealing the signal and blocking out the live-action parts we expected to see to air their own segments. It's a freaking Pirate Kids show! And no, that's not as cool as the name would make it sound. So while these guys use the satellite on their rooftop to commit about a dozen FCC violations, they make us watch them do stupid stuff like this.
Hey, check it out, man. Dinosaur fight. Don't cross this line. Ruga. I told my mom to tell your mom that if you don't show up on the show, I was going to join the Peace Corps. I am through talking to you for today.
Then they tell the basics of the cartoon that's about to show that day.
Check it out. Caveman Ali Koopa poisons Mario, and they have to figure out a way to make prehistoric pizza to save him.
As if to tell those of us that watched for the previous 9 months that, yes, this is still the Super Mario Bros. Show. Please don't switch over to that other cartoon show about the giant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, because Club Mario is the only show in the universe that enables you guys, kids who happen to be smarter than adults, to check out this awesome new show.
So yeah, you basically have these two guys in their 20s acting like they're 4 years old. So it's more than just creepy and disturbing, it may actually be offensive to anyone who has loved ones with real mental problems.
The most killer Are You Bogus guest, man. This one is going to blow them away.
I'm so sure.
But in the meantime, satellite surfing!
Get these guys on Ritalin! But hey, at least they occasionally got some guest stars, those household names like...
Inline rollerblader, AJ.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Okay, did you blow the show's entire budget on Albano and Wells' severance pay? Oh yeah, and we also get this recurring character named Princess Centauri, who hosted this bit called Spaced Out Theater.
I love being a princess. It's fun, it's thrilling, and I get to take the royal space yacht out for parties. Well, Bodie Lee escaped, but I wouldn't go kissing him until he takes a quick dip in the Milzuki and Oder mine.
This footage was supposedly lifted from another short-lived TV series called Photon that aired back in the early 80s. So in one fell swoop, you've shown me that you had to use recycled footage to fill out your segments, and given me another show I'll probably have to review someday. Thanks heaps! Oh, and if you think these man-children are annoying...
Wow, man, I hope his evil twin brother Eric doesn't show up. I can't stand that guy. And my bratty little sister, man, Tammy.
And I worked hard all week on a puppet show to do for the show today, which I would like to prepare for you right now.
Puppets are so uncool. This is a cool show with cool people and cool issues, man. Oh, no!
Shut up, Tommy.
My life
I'm
is
taking
a
over.
Pauly Shore would call these jerks annoying!
What do you want, Tammy?
Well, all the kids in class really like Co-MC, so I wanted to get a picture, maybe a signed picture to bring back to class.
And if you remember, the last time, me and Tommy Treehugger became really good friends, so much so that him and my twin, Co-MC, left me in charge.
Okay, I seriously have no idea who they're aiming the show at anymore! You would think from the newer intro and some of these guest stars like an inline skater that they were trying to appeal to a young teenage audience, but you know what even I know is not appealing to teens? People acting like this! If kids acted like this in the outside world, they'd get pantsed on a daily basis!
You're right, man. You are the guy that designed my killer clothes. That's why we look the same. Dude, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Get off of our roof.
And so I've waited this long to ask what I think was the biggest question on everyone's mind. What the hell does any of this have to do with Super Mario? I mean, as lame as some of the stories in the Mario Luigi live-action segments were, they at least had a purpose that connected to the show. It featured their lives as plumbers in Brooklyn before they fell down that drain pipe to the Mushroom Kingdom. And at least they also had some halfway decent guest stars at times, like Sergeant Slaughter and Elvira. Heck, the live-action segments in Video Power fit more in with that show because they were at least about video games. This has no connection whatsoever. It's almost like a couple of slackers stole the cartoon episodes and used them as the basis to create their own stupid show.
We'll see you tomorrow on Club Mario, dudes, where the airwaves are our waves. Later.
So yeah, these segments did nothing to boost the show's ratings over that summer, and rather than renew the weekday syndication format, Nintendo and DiC decided to give their subsequent shows for airing on NBC Saturday mornings. Meanwhile, these segments have become some of the most obscure clips you'll find. Of the 65 produced, there are only about 15 or so floating around from what I've heard. All stations that picked up the show's reruns in the coming years used the Mario Luigi live action segments, and Club Mario was not included at all on the DVD release. This was supposedly because of licensing issues, but the rumor is that DiC actually destroyed all of the original beta copies of these segments. And if that's true, can you really blame them? This show sucked worse than I did playing Battletoads! I really can't see what they hoped to accomplish from it. It had no relationship to the cartoons it accompanied. Almost every single character is as annoying as all get out, and each episode is almost nothing but noise. It's one of the poorest made and most pointless things I've ever seen on video in all my life. I think I'm gonna need to take out my frustration by stomping on a few Koopa Troopas for the next few hours. See you next time on TV Trash.